Hey everyone, this is Sahil, and welcome to Sahil's Corner. Before I start, please subscribe to support my content. Today, I will be discussing the perfect mix of tones in the movie The Trial of Chicago 7, and more specifically the serious and comedic tones. This video won't have major spoilers, but I suggest watching the movie beforehand because it is really good. Now let's get on to the actual video. When starting the movie, you expect it to be a political drama, with mainly serious tones tackling social issues. What you actually get is everything I just described, with some jokes that belong in a comedy to pair with it. Let me show you a few examples of jokes that take place at serious times.
Love you, Abby! See?
Oh, Jesus Christ, how did you do that?
Experience.
You don't know what to do with the egg now, do you?
No.
March 26, 1968. Did you have a meeting on that day?
Yes.
With whom?
Mr. Hoffman and Mr. Rubin, is it?
Abby and Jerry's fine.
And what was said at that meeting?
I was told that the Youth International Party would be holding a festival of life in Grant Park during the Democratic National Convention, that there would be thousands of young people attending, and that there would be rock bands playing in the park.
Music will be performed?
Rock music?
I would think.
They also said that there would be public fornication.
Say that again, sir.
Public fornication.
You're asking for a parks permit for public fornication?
And rock music.
No, of course not.
What if it was R&B?
Hold on. Mr. Rubin, Mr. Hoffman. What are you wearing?
It's an homage to you, Your Honor.
Do you have clothes underneath it?
Yes. Hold on. Yes.
Take off the robes, please. Silence! Bailiff, charge Mr. Rubin and Mr. Hoffman with 1 count of contempt.
Now, those scenes are really contrasting to a scene like this. You may say, why are all of these jokes done by the same two people? That is because the character class you call them is the comedy relief. Having a comedy relief is quite strange for this type of movie because it is a political drama. This type of movie often doesn't have too much comedy because it wants a dramatic atmosphere. That's what the movie does so well, switching between a dramatic and comedic atmosphere and not causing bathos. Bathos is an effective anticlimax created by an unintentional lapse in mood from the sublime or trivial or ridiculous. Or in simpler terms, a mood shift that just doesn't feel that right. There isn't a single joke in this movie that provides bathos, and it all blends together. The reason of this is that, from the start, the movie shows itself to not take itself so seriously. The beginning of this political social issue drama is with a fun song, with a fast montage, with visual gags. It sets up the dual tones from the start, to make sure you don't feel the whiplash of the tone later. This movie also makes sure to include that shift to tone quite often. I counted every major comedic moment in the first 45 minutes, and there is at least one every 10 minutes. This is quite a lot for a dramatic focused movie. Another way the movie makes sure you don't feel bathos is by the costume and the acting. Of course, Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays the smart lawyer, and it makes even more sense that Sacha Baron Cohen plays the comedic stoner guy. I'm not saying that these actors should be limited to these roles, but you can't deny that their type of acting fits well with these characters the best. That's also why casting is so important to the movie, because some actors can just do better with specific types of characters. Overall, you really learn a lot about the Trial of Chicago 7 and how much fine-tuning and work it does to get the perfect contrasting tones, and to make it not feel weird. And that's writing 101. Maybe 102. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to support my efforts to make better videos. We gained a bit of traction from the last one, so I really appreciate it. I'm going to move on to making these every month instead of every 2 weeks, so I can spend more time in making them longer and elaborate more on the topics. This means that the next video will come out around May 7th. That's pretty much all of the news. See ya.